Hey guys, Mr. McLean here. Quick video to show you an option for how we could do triangle congruence via a Google Doc. Now, as we give you more opportunities to practice triangle congruence, it's always an option that you could do it paper pencil and then just scan it and send it to us. But there's some benefits to trying to do it in Google Docs, and one of those is how easy it is to discuss back and forth via comments. I'll show that in a little bit. But anyway, here's a simple proof, and I thought we'd go through how we might document that in Google Docs. And during that, you're going to actually learn something called two-column proof. And maybe you'll end up graduating from the flowchart proof to a two-column proof just because it's easier. So really, those are multiple sort of objectives here. How can we do proofs through Google Docs? How could we do it using a flowchart model, which I've set up? And really, maybe we could get past the flowchart model and start using what's called two-column proof. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to approach this like a regular proof. I want you to get into the practice of listing the information that you know, and that's going to end up being stuff that we copy and paste into here. I have it set up with a bank of special characters so that it makes it easier to type this stuff. And then I'll show you how to insert this evidence and information into a flowchart. All right, so here we go. So we're looking at this scenario, and we've got a claim that triangle CAB is going to be congruent to another one. So we have to get the correct correspondence. But I'm going to start by just listing information that I know. All right, I think I'll start right here. So we know, I'm going to copy and paste this. We know that angle E is congruent to angle what? Let's see, I'm going to copy this whole thing. Angle E is congruent to angle A. All right, and we know that because it's given. All right, so there's my first piece of information. And then we know that this segment is congruent to this segment. And there wasn't any easy way to do a symbol for this, so we're just going to say segment EC is congruent to segment AC, and that's also given. All right, let's see. I don't see anything else that's labeled, but we do know these two angles. All right, and then since there's more than two angles at this point C, I'm going to have to be more careful about how I name them. So let's see. I think I'll just steal this so I don't have to retype the whole thing. We've got angle DCE, and I want the vertex, and that's the middle letter when I say it. So DCE is congruent to angle BCA. I'm just going to copy this, paste it, change the letters. I said BCA. And the reason for that is the vertical angles. All right. I think that's all the information we have. It looks like these are parallel, but we don't know that for sure. We actually could prove that if that was our objective, but I think we have enough because I think I have angle, side, angle, and angle, side, angle. Maybe I'll finish my congruent statement. It looks like the triangle CAB is congruent to triangle. Let's see, CAB will be CED because I went from vertical angle to known angle to not known angle, vertical angle to known angle to not known angle. So CED, right, sorry, they said CAB. So CAB to CED. And the reason for that is angle, side, angle. So that's actually going to be my claim. And in a two-column proof, that's actually at the bottom. And I'll put this in bold because this is my claim. And then my reason for that is angle, side, angle. So I'm going to do my claim and evidence in bold. And then since this requires 3 elements of support, I need to have 3 elements of support. And I'm going to do it in the order. So angle, corresponding angles that are congruent, corresponding sides that are congruent, then corresponding angles that are congruent. All right, so let's see. Oh, I actually have that in that order here. So the claim, the reasoning or the evidence, the claim, the reasoning or the evidence, and then the claim, and the reasoning or the evidence. So that's actually a complete 2-column proof. So the one thing you have to get used to in a 2-column proof is the flow is a little bit different. Evidence, 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 conclusion. Whereas in a flowchart proof, at least I kind of like to do that backwards. All right, I'm going to get this out of the way. And then I'll show you how to edit this flowchart so you can get that in here. So if you still like the flowchart model, this evidence could go into here. I'm still going to start with this. Now, these are editable elements that come out of Google Drawing. In case you didn't know, you can insert a drawing and create it, and it's got some pretty cool tools. So that's where I did this. All right, so I want to edit this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy what I want to go in there, and then I'm going to edit this. So I just double-clicked it, and then inside I have a text box, and I can just paste that. Maybe I'll make that a little bit bigger. And let's see what, like maybe 18. And the reason was angle, side, angle, congruence. And now I can save that, and boom. All right, so now we'll edit these. So I'm going to get ready. I'm going to copy this claim, and I'm going to double click on this, and I'm going to insert my evidence. Oops, come on now, do what I want you to do. There we go, Control V, didn't center it. We'll make it bigger and then we'll center it. All right, I think I used 18, and I want to center it. And the reason was given. Save and close. All right, the next one was the segment claim. I'm going to put that here. I'll insert the evidence. No, it's doing something weird again. Here we go. Control V. Again, it stuck it off to the side, so we'll make it bigger and center it. And the reason was given. We'll close that. And then the last one, copy that. And we'll put that in here. Control V to paste. We'll change the size and center it again. And that one, the reason was that they're vertical angles. Save and close. All right, so my proof's done, and not only that, but I did it in 2 forms. I did what's called a 2-column proof. Let's see. And we did our flowchart proof. And now the cool thing about this is when you send it to me, if you share it to me or if you send it in, then I can give you feedback. So suppose I disagreed with this, so I could highlight it and add in a comment, and then we can have a back and forth discussion. It's a good way to give you feedback. And that's not really possible with a scanned image, or at least not as easy. So that's why I'm thinking this is maybe not a bad idea. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to send you a couple to play with at some point soon, and we can start working our way through how we can sort of have dialogue around your proofs and give you feedback and improve your skills in this area. All right, guys, thanks for joining me this morning. I will see you soon.